Woo! 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 We're here to change the world. Woo!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the king of woo, Michael Hoffman.
Come on, MDRT! Woo! 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 Oh my gosh, we have a lot to woo about today, don't we? A lot to. First, a round of applause for that last foundation moment, please. Round of applause. Let them know you love them. Oh my gosh. Woo. 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 It's my heart. My heart. How do you create woo? How do you create that experience that has my people saying, woo! I love doing business with you. Woo! I'm so glad that you're here. Woo! You've been hearing it for the last day and a half. All the ideas, all of the systems and processes. Ryan Pinney, oh my gosh, sales in the 21st century. Bill Gates, the referral king. Woo! Are you taking notes? Are you? What about the people last night? Oh my gosh. Whoa! You know, top of the table. Top of the table. I want top of the table. I want that. I want. Woo! How do you create woo? How do you create that woo experience? How do you create a woo career? How do you do that? Welcome to the $1 Million Roundtable, day 2. Day 2. Whoa! Whoa! It's not easy either. Don't think it's easy, because outside those doors, it gets a little crazy. It gets a little bit crazy. I surveyed the top 100 people at our gathering, and I asked you, I said, open up your hearts. Share with me. I know we haven't met, but I really want to know, you know, what makes you wake up in the morning and go, I get to do this again. Woo! And you know what you said? You said, you know what I love, Mike? I love rejection. I really do. I love being rejected. The majority of the time. I have a 20% closing ratio. I have a 50% closing ratio. That means half of the people that I work with end the conversation with, no thank you. No. Woo! I joined a career where the majority of my interactions end in rejection. Yeah! Some said, you know what I love, Mike? I love working with people that have retired, but their body keeps coming to work every day. I love that. I love that. How many of you have actually worked with somebody that has that ability, when they enter the room, the lights dim? You ever done that? Anybody? How many of you have worked in that organization where you're filling out paperwork that no one will ever read? Ever. Woo! It's crazy. It's challenging. There's people issues. There's technology issues. There is rejection issues. This is sales. This is a career that is based on the connection of people. Woo! How do I be successful at that? Holy cow. How many of you have this experience? Well, you know what my job's, Mike? My job's a cyclone. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And if I were to say, oh, where'd he go? If I were to say, it's over. Yeah, woo! Okay, here's my job. My job is like a cyclone. I open up the door, the typhoon is waiting for me. I don't have to do anything. I just open the door and it goes, and I go, ah! 5 o'clock, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Anybody? Is that your experience? Oh, you're all at the $1 Million Round Table. It's all good. Everybody's great. Whatever. Yeah. Absolutely crazy. Who's been doing this for more than 5 years? Raise your hand. 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. How about 10 years? Keep them raised. 10 years. Wow. Okay. Okay. 15 years. 15 years. 20 years. Yikes. 25 years. Yeah. Woohoo! Help them. They're tired. They're exhausted. 30 years. Right? 30 years. 35 years. 40 years. 40 years. Anybody beat 40? This is the how many years? 47 years. How many years? 46 years. Woo! No. Yeah. Working as a child must have been very challenging. Very hard. Very, very hard. 46 years. Wow. Congrats. The king and the queen of the room. Round of applause. Round of applause. Very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let me ask you this. Has that list changed in 40 years? Did we have people issues 40 years ago? Did we have technology issues 40 years ago? Yeah, we had different technology. I know in the United States, did you all have this machine? This was called the Ditto machine. Did you guys make copies this way? This was our drug of choice back then. You could tell somebody who made a lot of copies because they're like, no, I'll make copies for you. Sure, yeah, absolutely. Did we have rejection issues 40 years ago? Did we have change 40 years ago? Can you imagine if we were doing the same things we did 40 years ago? I know the products have barely changed. I know you're not dealing with product change at all. 5 years from now, you're going to be selling things that don't even exist yet. You know that, right? You know that, right? Wow, the king and queen. Who's been doing this less than 5? 5 years. Raise your hand. 5 years. Less than 5. Less than 5. Newbies. How about less than 3? Woo! 3 years. 3 years new. 3 years. How about 1 year? Brand new. 1 year. You've come to experience MDRT. I want to see what it's about. Anybody 6 months? 6 months, really? Anybody first day? It's just your first day. You've come for the food, and you're here. Just one in the back. Yeah, woo! they're just happy they're here. Woo! You guys look like happy people. Let's do this. Yeah. Did they give you that list when you got started? Did they say, welcome to the industry? Oh, insurance. It's fantastic. It really is. Yes, you'll be dealing with a lot of rejection. Most of it will be rejection. Oh, it's good. It's good. Yeah. You'll be filling out paperwork that not only does nobody know what to do with it, but you'll probably do it 2 or 3 times. We don't know. We don't know. Yeah. Yeah, you'll be working with people that, they'll make your hair turn gray. Woo! It's fantastic. Welcome to the insurance world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How many of you had this year last year? How many of you had this year? Oh, it's gone. How many of you had, I'll just do that. How many of you had a year that went like this? Anybody have that year? Just, yeah, just woo! Anybody? Two. Okay, two, yeah. Mr. Plenty, of course you did. Yeah, we know you did. Woo! Anybody? Then what did the rest of you have? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Woo! Woo! Yeah. Yeah. This is, and you know, because you're like going, yeah, this is great. It's a good start. Yeah, no. How come? I don't know. It's okay. We have hope. We've got hope. I hate my life. I hate you. I hate No, it's good. We can do this. We can. Yeah. Tell the newbies right now. Tell them. It's the truth. It's the truth. Tell them. They got to know. Don't you baby them. Don't you baby them. How many, and this is $1 Million Roundtable, how many have this experience where this is the average, and then there's these people? Woo. Their highs are always as high, but their lows are never as low. Woo. I call those 1%ers. The best of the best. Top of the table. Yeah. Those are the ones that I wish I had their territory. I wish. What are they doing? What are they saying? My name is Michael Hoffman. I'm president of a company called Igniting Performance. Yeah, woo, woo. I'm sorry, that's company policy. It is my pleasure to work with organizations around the country, internationally, on the topics of success. What makes a 1%er? What makes woo? What creates that experience that has people saying, I'm glad I work with you? What is that? How many of you have children? Raise your hand. Children? Children, yes. How many were at the birthing of the child? Raise your hand. All right. Some of you still pretty angry about that, I can see from your faces. How many were at the birthing of the child and the doctor came to you and went, oh, congratulations, what an effective closer. Oh, how proud you must be. Oh, look at the prospector on that little face. Oh, congratulations. Is that what they say? No, that's not what they say. Why? Listen to me. Because success is not genetic. MDRT is not on your DNA. It's not your pheromones. It's not the scent that you're giving off. You're doing something and saying something that has somebody say, yes, let's do business. It's a skill set. It's not genetic. We are halfway through your MDRT experience. And my job today is to help get us going again. I want to bring up the idea of, did you just get what has happened to you for the last couple of days? Just yesterday and this morning, already the ideas have been flying around. What does a 1%er do that's different? What do the top of the table folks do that's different than anybody else? I say there's three things. And I want to bring them up. There are three things. The 1%ers, the best of the best, are the ones that learn, adapt, and apply. And I'm talking about you today. We're halfway through. Halfway through. Let me grab your attention. Let me pull you away from that cyclone. Let me pull you away from that typhoon just for a moment and say, are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Because we've got another half to go and I want you to be ready. There are three things. The first thing is, are you open to learning? We've already had some phenomenal speakers. We've already had some people that are actually doing it out in the field. We've had some people that have brought up ideas around. I've been tweeting like crazy. How about you? A 1%er is somebody who is always open to learning. Now, I know some of you are saying, well, of course, that's why we're here. I say, oh, that's not true. How many of you have had that little voice That voice that sits right here. That voice that says, well, I hear what you're saying, Ryan, but that won't work with me. Well, you see, you understand, our culture, ... My part of the world won't, well, my territory, I can't. Our office will not allow it. I tried that 5 years ago, and then, oh, that was close. You got that one. Okay, good. So true. Let me put a check on it in the halfway mark. Are you open to learning? You know, I've had the pleasure of working with one percenters my whole life. And in fact, I seek them out. And I'll give you an example. Let me tell you a story. There was a gentleman by the name of David Thomas. He was known as the Lexus guy. He sold more Lexus cars than anybody in the world. As a matter of fact, 1 year he doubled his sales in 1 year. And I was having lunch with him, and I was interviewing him and asking him. And he was talking about, well, he focused on referrals. Thank you, Bill. And he focused on relationships. And so I was taking notes, and we had a great lunch. But I want to point this out. After lunch, what do you think David had? Notes. David had notes. We're just kind of chit-chatting. We're going back and forth. He's sharing his stuff. I'm sharing my stuff. And what I noticed was David had notes, like pages of them, to the point where I said, well, what are you writing down? Did I say something cool? You know, maybe I should write a book or something. I mean, I came to sit at your feet. I'm here to learn from you. Why are you taking notes? And what I found was that he had the approach of, in fact, he said, oh, I love that. I love what you said, Mike. You said something that I really need to, I was impressed that he was in the mindset of being hungry, even though he is the best of the best. You've heard it yesterday. You've heard it this morning. The best of the best are open to new ideas. You know, I started to see that in anybody who had any success at all. I know it might be obvious, but that's the halfway point at our meeting, and I want to remind you, you must be open. Repite. I must be open. Turn to the person next to you and say, I am open to you. I really am. One percenters are open. One percenters are smart. One percenters know how to adapt what they hear. At MDRT, do not expect to be spoon-fed. Do not expect for people to tell you word for word, this is what you say. They will tell you concepts. They will tell you their examples. They will tell you what they've done to be successful. Your job is to hear what they've said and adapt it to you. It's the only way to go. So if you've taken that voice that sits right here and you've told it to go shopping, step one. Step two is be smart about it. Don't expect them to tell you exactly. You listen and you adapt. I'll give you an example. David Thomas has a thriving car business. And they ask him, he has a customer of his that says, David, come to an event. I want you to listen to a business opportunity. David says, well, you know what? I'm really not, I don't want to do anything else. I appreciate the offer, though. They said, no, it's a multi-level opportunity, and I think you'd be great. David tried to back out, and he said, if you ever want to buy a car, or if you ever want me to buy a car from you again, you'll at least come. And David said, fantastic, when do we go? And David went, and sure enough, it was a business experience, multi-level opportunity, and David was taking notes. Notes. 6 pages, notes. And they're excited. They're going, oh, this guy's fantastic. David's going to sign up. Woo! Can you imagine David in our downline? David being part of our company? Woo! And at the end, they said, David, are you coming on board? And David said, no, thank you. Thank you, no, thank you. And they went, what? You were so excited. You were taking notes. He goes, you know what? I love this. I love what he said. Great speaker. He was talking about referrals, and he was talking about having your family help sell for you. And it was making me think, my family doesn't even know I sell cars. And a light bulb went on, and he started to write. Listen, he had somebody outside of his industry ignite an idea, and he listened, how does it work for you? And he adapted it to himself. And the David Thomas experience went through the roof, and his sales doubled. He started paying attention to the 4 touches he had with his top clients every year. He paid attention to asking for the referrals in the right way. And what is the system and process that I have to do? And it exploded. Doubled his sales. He became legend. How about you? What are you going to hear in the next day and a half that has the potential of changing your business? Be smart about it. 1%ers adapt. The last thing 1%ers do that I think is really crucial is 1%ers are people of action. They take action. The goal of MDRT is to pull you from that typhoon, pull you from that crazy cyclone, and say, invest in yourself. But not everything. My suggestion, pick 3. What are the 3 things you're going to take and apply? You've heard ideas from Bill about referrals. You've heard ideas from Ryan about, technology. You've heard about people that have done it and where they've done it. Did you hear something? My tip to you is, as a 1%er, become a person of action. Look for 3 things. You can grab more, but you focus on 3 things, and within 1 month, you put them into practice. Measure them, test them, and change them up. Your investment in time and money will go through the roof if you become like a 1%er, a person of action. Turn to the person next to you and say, I'm looking for 3 things. Tell them. Now, 1%ers do this. 1%ers aren't necessarily looking for the closing skill. They're not necessarily looking for, the sales process skill. There are so many skill sets involved in sales. The people skill set is huge. What do I say? What do I do to have impact on this? How many of you know that cyclone, that typhoon is physical? How many of you carry your stress on your face? We have more muscles in our face than anywhere else. How many of you carry your stress in your shoulders, in your lower back? Stress is very, very physical, and it impacts our communication. But as a professional, as a 1%er, I need to be in control of this. If I'm not careful, this will happen. I remember coming home from work, and I have 4 children, and when they were young, they're gold, they're big now. Well, not that big, but they're big. So when they were young, I would come home from work, and I would get this: Daddy's home. Daddy's mad. Is Daddy mad? Daddy's mad. Why is Daddy mad? Daddy, how come you're mad? Daddy, why are you mad? And after a while, it would make you mad. Why are you asking me if I'm mad? And then they're like, oh! Anyway. So my little child, she's 4 years old. She's sitting in my lap. And she says, Daddy, why are you mad? Now, I'm not mad. I love being home. I love my children. I love my wife. I like being home. But how many of you have this on your face after the day? How was your day? It's good. It's a good day. Got a lot done. I work for AIA. It's good times. Woo! You know? Your face has so many muscles, the typhoon just... Whoo. And she's sitting on my lap. She's 4 years old. She's sitting on my lap. She takes her thumbs and she pushes up my eyebrows. And she says, okay, now you're not mad. And I went, oh, you're a genius. I have a genius in the child. She was right. Let me paraphrase, because I got it. I heard her. I was listening. What can I do with this? Because I wonder if I'm passing this on to my customers. I'm wondering if I take that stressful moment, that lack of closing, that stress of success, and bringing it with me to my client. I see the traffic out here at night. Motorcycles. Here's what she said. She said, Dad, you're this big, I'm this big. Here's a tip. Lighten up your face. You're scaring us to death. Guys, you need to hear this. Some of you are coming across too strong. You got to pay attention to how you're coming across. Ladies, there's a reason why they call you Dragon Lady. You know that, right? Too close? Okay, sorry. What are you doing? As a professional, I want to be open to learning. We got a quick exercise. Find a face. Everybody turn and look at a face. Don't look at mine. Look at somebody in the audience. Look at a face. I want to show you something. Look at a face. Look at a face. Look, 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 look. Say the word "oh." Look, look, look. Not to me, not to me. To your partner. Say "oh." Now say "oh" like you're happy. Now say "oh" like you're sad. Now say "oh" like you're suspicious. Now say "oh" like it's pleasurable. Malaysia, the love country. Woo! Same word, 4 meanings. All you changed was your paralanguage. Don't tell me we are the victims of the cyclone. Don't tell me we're victims of that typhoon. I'm a professional. For the rest of our meeting at MDRT, if you want to be a one percenter, if you want to be at the top of the table, if you want to be the success that you know you can be, 3 things. Make this convention better than it's ever been before. You be open to something new today. You be ready to take any idea and adapt it to where you're at. Be smart about it, and you find 3 of them. Become a person of action, and you will find yourself at the top of the table. Why? Because 1 percenters are successful on purpose. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless. We'll see you.